Today on D&D Academia, we discuss the spell Identify. This spell can be found in the Player's Handbook. It is a first-level divination spell with a range of touch, a casting time of 1 minute ritual, and a duration of being instantaneous. As for the attack or save, there is none. The damage or effect is detection. As for the spell components, there are verbal, somatic, and material. The suggested material components are a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces and an owl feather. Feel free to discuss with your dungeon master if you feel like there are other components that would thematically fit your character more. With the spell Identify, you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. In other words, you can use this spell to find out anything and everything magical about the item. Now, there is some contention on whether or not curses can be identified. The decision, I say, should be up to the DM. If you feel that the curse can be found, then go ahead and do that. If you feel that it wouldn't be found, then don't let it be found. Also, do keep in mind to use Identify, you do have to touch an item, so that may cause the curse to happen anyway. Now, if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. This process, I have noticed, is rarely used, but can be quite handy. Finding out things like magical afflictions, whether or not someone is charmed, and if you can somehow touch someone or something that you would consider your enemy for at least 1 minute, what spells are being used on them. Detect Magic and Legend Lore are great spells to use in conjunction with Identify. For instance, Detect Magic can let you know what items are magical, that way you don't waste your time identifying something that's not magical. And Legend Lore can give you more historical information on your now identified magic item. As the player or the DM, you can make the visuals for the spell quite interesting. For instance, when you cast it, does a holographic screen pop up so that you and all of your fellow players can see the information? Does all the information just come to you like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast? Or even, do blips of information pop up like some sort of HUD screen in a video game? There are so many ways to make this spell your own. This has been D&D Academia's episode all about the spell Identify. If there's anything you would like to see get an Academia episode, please let us know in the comments. Otherwise, like, comment, share, and subscribe.